Hey, good news. We're $38 trillion in debt. We just passed it.
Weren't we 37 trillion yesterday?
Yep. Now we're $38 trillion in debt.
40 trillion or your weak sauce.
That's a hot take.
Yeah, that is a hot take right there. So $38 trillion, 2 months after surpassing the previous forecast of $37 trillion. That means the debt rose by $1 trillion in a little over 2 months. I'm sorry. You know, I know everybody gives Thomas Massey and Rand Paul a bunch of crap, but maybe if we had some more people that use the word no. And, you know, when I hear them say this, well, this is the same CR that they voted on 12 times at the same spending level. That spending level is $2 trillion more. It's the same spending level. All they did was shift it from the things that they liked to the things that you liked. We're still overspending. That is not sustainable. Go look at the amount of interest we are paying right now when it comes to our debt. We're at the point now where our debt is catching up to the big things, the must-haves.
We have definitely got to start cutting stuff. I mean, not the things I like, but we definitely got to cut the things that other people are into.
Yeah, absolutely. If there's any way we could just stop doing everything they like and just us, no. And here's this is the other thing, and people don't quite understand this. And several of you have chimed in the last couple of days going, hey, I'm starting to think that maybe Social Security and Medicare is going to run out of money. That's going to happen. That's not a joke. We're going to look up in a few years. And at the rate by the way, they always say, well, it's 7-8 years from now. Go look. They're moving that closer every day. We passed the 1 trillion mark in August. We're in October, 8 days away from Halloween, and we've already pushed past the 38 trillion. At the rate we're going, we could be at 40+ trillion next year early. That is not sustainable. That isn't. The interest payments, are you ready for this? The interest payments right now, $1 trillion a year. We've paid $4 trillion in the last decade. Over the next 10 years, which you really can't do, but they always like to go out 10 years, we're going to pay $14 trillion. And you wonder why we can't have nice things. Think about how much we're spending. We're at the point now where our service to our debt is an entitlement kind of spending. That is not a good place to be. And, austerity measures, we're not good at those things. Nobody wants to ever have the conversation of we're going to have to raise taxes and we're going to have to cut. Nobody wants to have that.
Because as we know, when we cut things from the budget, people die.
All the time. Well, it depends on what you're cutting. Right?
No, if you cut anything I like at all, people will die.
People die. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you cut. They're all dying. No, and think about this. I always joke about Social Security. I've never once in my life thought I was ever going to get Social Security, no matter what you paid into it. I just never did because I see where we're going. But what happens to those people who rely on that? And in 4 years, instead of 8 years, we have to go to them and say, hey, by the way, we're going to have to cut your Social Security by 25% because we can't afford it anymore. Oh, you know what people are going to say? Oh, they were serious about that? They were serious about that. You'd be surprised. Sometimes people are serious about things. And we're still spending money. We're cutting taxes in areas we shouldn't be cutting taxes, and we're spending money everywhere more than we should be. And then we print it up and we throw more money at it. And then we devalue our dollar. This is not a good place. We got to do better, folks.